Everybody, how's it going? Today we're gonna take a look at the newest collab in Monster Strike. It is the Dragon Quest anime featuring Dai's big adventure here, and well, I mean, definitely a surprise I think for most to see Dragon Quest be one of the collabs that come to Monster Strike. But I think there are a lot of people out there who would love this series, so they're gonna have a lot of fun time going through that. So, without further ado, let's get started. Um, of course, here are the gacha characters for the collab. We've got Dai, Pop, and Mom as the 5-6 star monsters, and for the 4-5 star, we've got Brass and Leona available. So, if you want them, good luck. But of course, as is the case with all collab gachas in Monster Strike, it'll start with a few days of everybody equal in the general pool. Sorry, not the general pool, of the collab pool. But then starting July 17th, we will rotate with each of the 5-6 star monsters, starting with Dai, then Pop, then Mom, and then keep going until it reaches the last day of the collab, in which all three will be available for the last 24 hours. So if you're looking for a specific monster, wait until that rate up comes along. While it's not that much of a difference, it could be enough to make a difference for you. So keep that in mind. And of course, the 4-5 star monsters are not something to just ignore. We've got Brass and Leona. We'll go over them in a second. But let's take a look at the first 6-star monster here. We've got a Dai here, and I'll just go to the... actually, give me a second. Alright, there we go. Here's Dai's stats here. We've got, on GameWith, they've given him a temporary 9.0 for his rating. Of course, this is the first day of the collab, so it's a little bit fast to give them a proper rating, so the asterisk is there. But definitely looks strong. You can see his ability here. Super Null Gravity Barrier, Null Wind, Counter Slayer, Bump Combo Boost, all on the main. And of course, we've got Super Null Speed Down Wall on the gauge. Strike Shot is a 20+8 speed and power up, and there's a special attack that gets activated after he's done moving. The bump combo is the ever powerful Auto Javelin along with Super Lightning. That Auto Javelin has a water element associated with it. Now, details on the Strike Shot follow-up. If you haven't watched the videos from the official channel, I definitely recommend you take a look at it to see what it's all about. But Strike Shot follow-up is a guaranteed boss hit, and he goes straight for the weak point, and anybody along the way will get sliced as well, which is cool to see. Strike Shot first gear is a 1.5 times attack bonus with a follow-up of 8.5 times his attack, whereas the second gear is a 1.8 times bonus along with a 13.5 times bonus for the follow-up. So I mean, anything that guarantees a boss hit and is classified as a weak point damage is going to do a lot of damage. You can see that Dai also has a lot of multipliers on top of him. The bump combo boost will increase the damage of both his Auto Javelin and Super Lightning as if he's a blast type. Of course, the Counter Slayer, you're going to do immense damage. Again, that can also go on the bump combos. So that is a lot of damage output for Dai here. He will likely shine as a result of it. Now, it's nothing, I think, insanely broken at this point. Again, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see in a few days if that changes, but certainly very, very strong. Alright, and then, let's see. And I guess what? We can listen to a Strike Shot. Nice. Alright, so next we've got, give me a second. Alright, so here's the stats for Pop here. Pop is also given a temporary 9.0 rating on GameWith as of day 1, and his ability set is Null Gravity Barrier, Super Null Warp, Flight, and Strike Shot Turn Charge, the first two being on the main, the last two being on the gauge. He is a Pierce Blast type, and the Strike Shot is a 16+8 speed and power up, and does a follow-up attack on the first enemy hit. And that follow-up attack is quite nice. Again, make sure you watch the video on the official YouTube channel. But it's a gravity attack, so it will take out X% of that monster's max HP, like the first one you hit. And it's also an area of attack, so anybody around that first monster will also be inflicted with this damage. Not only is it a gravity attack with a percentage attached to it, it has a minimum guarantee. So the first charge of the strike shot will do 1.2 times attack and does a follow-up of 20%, and that value for the second gear is definitely incorrect. It's definitely not going to be lower, so let me look it up real quick. It's 1.3 times. There you go. It's obviously not going to go down, so that was a typo. So 1.3 times its attack, with the follow-up of being 40% of the max HP. Again, max HP of that monster you hit. So that is pretty awesome. Also, you get a minimum of 3.0 million damage for the second gauge. So that kind of percent damage is pretty rare. I mean, even though you can see his skill set isn't too I guess reminiscent of hard stages, but with 3 nulls you have the ability to go in a lot of places, and that percentage attack could come in real handy, and just quite frankly has a good chance of shining in the future as well. Let's see. Next up, we've got Mom. Give me 1 second. All right, there you go. We've got Mom's stat here on the screen. She is a super null damage wall, null magic circle with recovery M and dash, the last 2 being on the gauge. Strike shot is a 16 plus 8 speed power up with a follow up attack for the first enemy hit, which is I guess a piercing attack, so that is very important. Bump combo is a fire based super split pierce shockwave 3, and we got the cross bomber attack as well. Bounce power type. Interesting setup for sure. The cool thing here is that the strike shot does guarantee weak point damage, so as long as you hit that monster and it has a weak point, guaranteed weak point damage. The attack here is a 1.1 times self bonus for attack, and the follow-up does 12 times its normal attack, whereas the gear 2 does 1.3 times and the follow-up 19 times. Now, of course, the problem here is that Magic Circle quests don't tend to be that prevalent in the game. Of course, it is a very annoying gimmick, so they probably don't do that to avoid stressing us out too much. But, if more Magic Circle quests come, she could easily shine very nicely. Recovery M and, guaranteed weak point damage definitely is good output. So, not sure about it right now, but could happen for sure. Alright, so now let's take a quick look at the 4 or 5 star monsters. And sorry, I'm gonna break again. Alright, there you go. So the 4 or 5 star monsters for the collab here. First, we'll take a look at Brass here. Brass is a super null warp regen M and a magic circle boost on the gauge. Again, warp and magic circle only, so we'll have to see if there's anywhere for him to go. Again, don't forget he is a 4 or 5 star monster, so the stats are appropriately lower as a result. But you can see that he does have Involute Sphere as his bump combo, and the strike shot here is basically another speed up power up with a follow up attack. This one is a guaranteed static damage of 2 million for the first no, just whoever is closest to you after you're done moving, and it's guaranteed it's guaranteed to hit the boss. This one is guaranteed to hit the boss or the mini boss on the stage for 2 million damage. So again, guaranteed damage is always cool. You can find usages for that as necessary, but there you go. That's Brass. And then the other 4 or 5 star monster is going to be Leona here, and Leona is a null gravity barrier minesweeper M Mafuji, which is Demon's Bane if you know the English name a little bit better. The gauge also features status effect recovery as well as barrier bestow. Bump combo is the the tag follow up laser at the end. Very powerful, right? Solomon, right? And strike shot is speed and power up, and every time you touch a friendly unit, you will heal them. So very support based character, right? You've got healing strike shot, you can give a barrier, and you can also heal status effects. And don't forget, look at that bump strike shot count. It's only 8 turns, so every other turn you can heal up your team. So very interesting stats for that. All right, so let's take a look at the other stuff for the collab. Let's take a look at the events. So as always, we have 2 quests that are available 24/7, and for the Dragon Quest collab, it is Crocodile there in the red, and we've got the Killer Machine there in blue. You can take that on as many times as you want, but keep in mind those are 4 5-star monsters that you are getting. If you want to maximize their luck to 90, make sure you bring luck monsters, or wait until Monster Strike Day. And of course, you can see on the screen here too that the 24/7 direct drop 5 6-star monster for this collab is going to be Huddler. Huddler, again, since it's direct drop, you do not need to bring max lux. All you need to do is make sure you clear it. The first clear of each day will guarantee 7 drops. If you play co-op, there's a chance you can get up to 3 drops on the final stage when you clear. Of course, the more people you play with, the higher the chance it is going to be 3 drops rather than 2 or a measly 1. Now, you can of course check the calendar for upcoming quests. We've got Hyonko right here in purple, in the dark element, I guess, and we've also got Flazard in the light element. They will be available to farm to your heart's desire. If you want to farm them, again, bring max lux or wait until Monster Strike Day. There's actually also a third one that is featuring Balan there, and Balan will be coming a little bit later, but his quest is also, your standard quest, Kyukyoku quest. So if you want to max luck him, bring max lux. Now, of course, you may have noticed that there is no Insidious Quest quite yet, so which is really rare, odd for a collab. So chances are that next week's Monster Strike news is likely going to announce something there. So stay tuned for next Monster Strike news. You can find the latest here on this channel, so make sure you don't forget to subscribe. Alright, there are missions available for this quest, and if you can read Japanese, you can find them here on the home screen. Click that emblem there in blue, and you can see all of these quests here. There are 20 total that you can take on, one of them being, the classic complete them all. However, you will notice that 9 of them are not available yet. They will unlock at July 22nd, midnight, Japan time. And so, what are those missions, you ask? Scott, I can't read Japanese. Can you please help me? Oh, good news. That's what I'm here for. So, now I kind of forgot to place it on this screen, so let me just do this in a rush, and there you go. So here are the missions available right now. You can see on the left, it's all about clearing the specific collab missions with a collab character in your party. Quite simple. Doesn't need to even be your monster. It can be somebody from your friends list if you were not lucky enough to pull anything from the gacha. There you go. Now you can see you can get some dies out of that. That is not the gacha die here. It is a special reward die, which I think was on the screen before I covered up, so we'll show that afterwards. But you can see the rest of the missions are pretty simple. Clear any collab quest with Gome as your guardian beast. Make sure you clear his quest. We'll go into that on the next slide, which is actually the one right under it in blue. As long as you clear that, you'll get that mission clear. And then the last 2 we'll go over in a bit, but there are 5 metal slimes that you need to kill to get that mission cleared, and collecting 1,000 monster souls will unlock another one. And like I said, the rest of the missions will unlock on July 22nd midnight, so just hang tight until you get there. That's a special die you can get, so look forward to that for sure. Now, like I was saying, one of the quests is pertaining to this new guardian beast. You can of course access the guardian beast by clicking the main button, going to challenge, not challenge, no, sorry, normal, and growing, right? Slide over to the one that has the exclamation mark. It is noting that there is a collab event here. Click that and you'll see that, hey, there's a new quest here, the fake fake adventurers, right? Once you clear this, you will unlock the ability to play with Gome in your party. You can assign him. Now remember, you will need 500 of these shards to max out these guardian beasts. You can see only 400 is available, so you're gonna have to steal from somebody else if you want to max him out. Now you can see that this has a nice bonus here, that the current drop is twice as much for the collab quest. So, you know, it is notorious for being a little bit annoying to farm, but very, very important if you want to max him out, which is a very interesting task, because he will, when you use him, he will bestow regen to all of the friendly units that you hit. And the regen amount is going to heal X amount of HP every turn until that unit moves. So on level 1, all it does is heal 1300, but level 10 it heals 6000 HP. So that's going to be a significant amount of HP healed if you can hit everybody. And while it does diminish after every turn, right, because once you move, the effect goes away, it is not that bad. Now, I just realized I forgot to put the requirement here. Requirement is start a stage with less than 40% HP. And I correct the formatting. There we go. So that is a requirement if you want to activate Gome here. And you know, it is an interesting requirement. You know, when you are, obviously when you're in a pinch there with less than 40% HP, the ability here, you know, does make sense. You're going to be healing. That's, you know, what you want at that point. But you know, maybe is that going to be enough in, you know, in the right time? I don't know. But all you have to do, you have to make this requirement only once. So it is not hard of a requirement, but it could spell doom for you if, you know, you're having trouble getting there. Because remember, every time you clear a stage, you heal back up, so you won't be able to start a stage with this ability. You need to make sure to think about when you want to use it, to utilize it for its best. Alright, and of course, if you don't remember how to feed these monsters, the menu to do that is once you click monster, you can look for the, you know, pink shard icons, click that, and then you can feed the monsters there to level them up. You know, just feed them, you know, the required shards to get them to the next level. So yeah, there you go. That is the Guardian Beast, Gome. We'll see how he fares along with the other Guardian Beasts in terms of priority, preference. And an interesting addition to the collab as well is that in the collab quest, you may see some Dragon Quest enemies show up, and you can defeat them to collect monster souls. What are monster souls for? Well, as you would expect, you collect them to exchange them for goods and other monsters. You can access the item here. Again, it's in the Monster Strike menu. Scroll down and they'll be in a nice red button. You can't miss it. And here are the possible rewards. You can see that they, well, actually before that, the when you are taking on the quest and you defeat those Dragon Quest monsters, they will drop souls, and they come in 3 sizes, S, M, and L. If you see a small drop, which is going to be a bronze color, you'll get 2 points credited for you. If it's medium, it'll be silver in color, and you'll drop 5 that way. And if it's a large soul drop, it will be in gold, and you get 20 points associated with you. And the points here, you come into this stage and you can exchange them for, like I said, monsters at the beginning, or items, which are in-game, you know, in-game rewards. You can do that super type scroll, which is always But what's interesting here is, while there are some 5 6-star monsters. Do they have egos? No, yeah. So there's some 5-star monsters here that you can use, but I think the more interesting thing is the fact that there are 2-star monsters available. So you can use these monsters as, that's right, great replacements for farming metals. And you can see that the ability stack here is really high, right? She has 4 nulls, but it's not just the slime. I think like the mummy here is also a blast type with null speed down roll. And was it this guy? No, there's one more with a blast bomb combo that you can use. That's a 2-star. So you kind of have the ability to pick and choose which one you want to use and just be a helpful, +1. There we go. Orc. Here you go. Another one. No magic circle and laser stop. So there are monsters out here that will be usable, basically to replace Kanga. If you want some more interesting monsters to take along to farm metals with. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, speaking of metals, this game will feature metal slimes as part of the mobs that you can take out. And the cool thing about the metal slimes is, just like in the Dragon Quest game, if you kill them, you will get a significant amount of EXP. And apparently it just lifts the XP to specified values, where for a Kyukyoku extreme stage you'll get 66,000 XP, and for Savage Kiwami stages you'll get 45,000. But not only that, if you kill multiple, they will stack. So it's 66 times 2. 66 times 3 if you can find 3 in one stage. I don't know if that's possible, but they do stack. And if you have able berries or mon spots or anything that increases experience bonus, that will also come into play. So you can get a lot of EXP this way, and you can probably blow up your stamina stage if you get really lucky. So make sure you keep an eye out for them, because they will also run away pretty quickly. Alright? Also, the collab will feature extra chances of encountering these metal slimes if you bring a collab monster in your party. So do keep that in mind if you want to take advantage of that. Maybe I can finally hit rank 400 after this collab. That'd be cool. Okay, and just one last thing is, you probably saw them on the home screen. Just by logging in for the first day of the collab, you can get Aban Sensei here, and Aban Sensei features as max luck for the entirety of the collab. And what's a cool, it's a cool addition starting with this collab, is that when you play a quest with Aban here, it will be very explicit that it is functioning as a max luck, right? You can see that there's that luck plus 99. Which, normally you would see a monster with that green clover on their level, but because it's a little bit special for the collab, it does it that way, which I think is really nice, because let's just be fair, a lot of people forget about it, or even for newbies out there, you just want to make sure that if you bring this guy along, you're like, hey, it's max luck, don't worry, you can take advantage of him a lot for the club. Alright, and last but not least, Strike Shot voices. I know this isn't a worry anymore lately, but these Strike Shot voices have no expiration date, so they will be in the game forever. As you know, older collabs, they usually had a 1 year, 2 year lifespan before they disappeared, and just like, that's not going to happen with the Dragon Quest collab. So if you really love the Strike Shot voices, you want to hear them forever, don't worry, you will be able to hear them forever in this game. So, alright, that's it for me today. If you have any questions on the collab, let me know. The comments section is available for you to ask. And if you're asking me why I was jumping around when I was introducing the characters, that's because I already did my gacha pull. And if I went to the gacha screen, you would see what my result was. If I went to the character screen, Monsterpedia, you would see which ones were lit up. So how many of that did I get or not get? You'll find out tomorrow. The gacha video should come up, as long as I don't screw up the scheduling. So thank you for watching. Comment below if you need any help. Like, subscribe to make sure you get the latest and greatest news of Monster Strike. ENGmon's Twitter account has all of the missions translated there, as well as the Discord channel. It is pinned in general chat. You can find it there whenever you want. So until next time, bye bye. And I don't know where my mouse is. Really, bye bye.